And it was very pronounced in the last few months of EMS.
It feels stupid to feel lonely. And I have so many people around me, and I have Mason.
Eh.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
I got shot.
What do you
Why do you do
mean you got
that?
shot?
Drug dealer.
Ah, heckin' drug dealers. You
Yeah.
okay? You need anything?
No, I'm okay. What are you guys doing?
Just having a chat.
Oh, is it like a DMC?
A little bit.
Okay.
He's a good egg.
Yeah, I've always wanted to get to know him more, but he was criminal. I was government employee.
He is one of my favorite people outside the club. He spends every day with the club.
Nice.
Says he doesn't want it. By no means am I not concussed anymore. I'm just a little bit more coherent.
Nice.
Think that this is all just coming from the concussion.
Yeah, but back to your point, I have very often felt alone while surrounded by people. And that was EMS a lot, right? Even when other people were on duty, there were people around and I was alone. Or even
no room in your jogger. There's like no room.
going way back when I was like first becoming friends with ye old farmers market friend group, I would often feel like a bit of an outsider.
It's something Mason and I have talked a little bit about recently. It's like he was feeling that way. And like we had that conversation. And it's kinda like I don't remember if I actually said it to him. That I feel a lot the same way. That's a lot of times people just assume if we're both around that we're gonna go off and do stuff together.
Mm-hmm.
We enjoy spending time together, but like it's not the end all be all. It's nice to spend time with other people because if we spend all of our time together, what's the point? I learned that lesson with Josh.
Yeah. It can be too much. Even the person you love most in the world, it's a lot easier if you have time away sometimes.
Yeah. And Casey never really let me out of her sight. It wasn't until I really got to know Tori that I started to understand that love wasn't what I had with Casey.
Yeah. And then also, just on the topic of doing things apart, sometimes I think some of the best relationships are when people have some very different interests.
Yeah, it harkens back to me thinking I took something from Mason by becoming his old lady. So that was
Uh,
outside the club, but then I circle back to our relationship wouldn't have survived.
yeah. So like you took something from him and that you took away something that
Outside.
from out. He had a relationship outside the club, and then when you joined, he no longer had that.
Yeah. And now it's like he's trying to find that. And it's like, I have that. It's just a matter of people coming back around. And I think that's where that pang of loneliness comes from. Because it's like, don't get me wrong, I love the prospects dearly. They're great. But my God, can they be so much sometimes? And they drive me insane.
Yeah.
And they drive me up the wall, and I just want to shake them and say, "Shut the fuck up for 5 minutes, please."
Too much energy.
Yeah, way too much energy.
Sometimes you gotta sit on a beach. What exactly is it that you think makes you feel lonely when surrounded by the club? What are you missing?
I think it's just the realization that most days they're all I have right now. And it's like, if no one's around, then like, why even bothered, leaving the apartment or leaving the clubhouse,
Yeah, that's fair. I get that.
And it's just, I miss my friends.
Yeah.
I miss Kiki. I've missed you. I miss Luna.
Are you gonna be okay in the rain?
I'll be fine. Therapy helped with that one. Funny enough.
Nice.
It's like everyone disappeared. I can't tell you the last time I saw Reina. I think that's the big thing I'm missing right now is I miss my family.
Mm-hmm. You always had different groups. You had EMS, you had other friends, many of whom eventually joined EMS, and then you had your family, and you would spend time with all of them. And you could get different vibes from all of them, right? Sometimes you didn't want to come on duty as EMS, even when you were still in it and not burned out or anything. You just were not in the mood for the stress, the action, or sometimes the boredom, and needed a family to talk to.
It's like I've been
You,
trying to connect with Lizzie. She's actually around,
mm-hmm.
but it's just hard to connect with her some days. Lizzie's really the only family I have. And something I haven't realized until recently, right? That I went from having this huge family to having just Lizzie.
Yeah.
And it's not that I don't love her, right? Because at the end of the day, I'd kill a bitch for her and she'd kill a bitch for me. But the beauty of having such a large family is that if someone's busy, you can call someone else and say, "Hey, let's just go do something stupid."
Mm-hmm. I think of you like family, I think. In the way that everyone seems to use it.
And you've only just started coming back around, so it's like it's been rough.
Yeah, yeah, I've been gone a while, and even before that, we couldn't really hang out much, because
I was always doing stuff that you couldn't come along for.
I couldn't come along for. There's
I'm
been
gonna
asked
be
a couple
real.
times today why I quit, and one of the things I've said is there was a lot of, oh, we can't do that because Happy's here. Now I'm free.
Yeah, now you're free. I hear a lot of you's deputy chief now. And you know what's crazy?
Yeah, I don't think the announcement's gone out yet,
No,
but yeah,
she told me last night.
she said she called me when I twatted out today. It was very sweet.
But I don't know. It's just part of me feels like I've been slotting Wade in to like that spot when I need someone to talk to, but it's not the same because Wade is still club. He's the fucking vice president.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I take those moments because right now I think he's one of the only people that I feel like I can talk to. There's someone who's no longer with the club who was that person in the club that I would go to outside of Mason, and I haven't even had time to process that really.
Was that recent?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It just really fucking sucks.
It's hard because the club comes first. So with anyone in the club, there's not gonna be people prioritizing you first.
There's layers of complexity to it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just been really. It's been hard. And it's stuff that I don't even want to talk to Mason about. I talked to Duke and Luna about it a little bit of just. I've had a lot of guilt weighing on me lately.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I processed my grief. I did. But processing and letting go are two very different things.
Absolutely.
And it's like I feel guilty for letting go of Harvey.
You shouldn't, but I know that doesn't help. Yeah. You loved him, and you've got to move on at some point.
It's like I have moved on, right?
He'll always be a part of you, though.
I still hear him sometimes. When I have to go be social and I don't want to. I hear him just go, "Why are you sad?" Just like, it's like, I have to go be social. And I just hear him go, "No, you don't."
Love that.
It's one of those things that I had to come to terms with is every person you love in your life is always going to be a part of you, whether you want them to be or not.
Mm-hmm.
There's a piece of you that you are never going to get back when you love somebody. Whether it's platonically or romantically, there's just a piece of you that is gone forever, entrusted in their care, no matter how much they hurt you. There's always going to be a piece of me that lives with Casey that I'm never going to get back. There's a piece of me that lives with Tori, in spite of the things that I did to her. A piece of me that lives with her wife. A piece of me that died with Harvey. Well, I suppose a piece of me died with Tori too, but the semantics. Because that's the thing when you love people, is you're giving a piece of yourself to them and saying, I trust you.
But you're also growing.
Doesn't change the fact those pieces are missing.
You lose pieces, but then you also grow more, and you just become a much more complex person. It'll still hurt, but you can come out for the better. It's when you fixate on those pieces missing that it becomes a real problem. You fall into sadness and never come out.
I mean, saw that happen.
I saw that happen. I mean, I've done that. I've had a lot of struggles with that. You know.
Yeah, I know. I just mean, like, in the context of me, right?
Mm-hmm.
After Harvey died, I thought I was never going to crawl out of that despair.
Oh, you were fucked up.
I was going to sleep with Merrick McFly.
What the fuck?
Also, if Jeffrey Cold Iron had still been alive, I probably would have slept with him too.
What the fuck?
I'm just calling it as I see it. It would have.
You're like, let me find the most toxic person.
Yeah, it was.
I
it would
mean,
be a
I
toss-up
guess he
between
was
Jeffy and
hot.
Merrick, yeah.
I guess he was maybe hot, but you just love torturing yourself.
Me?
Yes.
Look, Merrick called my scars beautiful, okay? Back then, that I was so fucking easy. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, is that all it takes?
I mean, for Veronica, who was drunk or high 95% of the time, even on duty, yes. Yes, it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think the worst part of that is I did not give a fuck that it was gonna hurt Kiki.
There's a little switch in your brain that turns you into let me find the worst decisions possible mode. And sometimes that gets flipped. And when Harvey died, it got flipped and then broken off. So it couldn't get
The
flipped
only
back.
I just want you to know, the only thing that stopped me from having any kind of relationship with Merrick McFly was the fact that he was fucking murdered. So sit on that one.
Is that the murder that I'm the most thankful for?
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. You know, I blamed myself for his death for the longest time.
I'm not surprised. You're really good at blaming yourself for stuff.
Yeah. Well, if I had clocked off duty, he never would have gotten kidnapped. At least
Okay,
not that
with
day.
butterfly effect, there's a lot of ifs.
Doesn't mean I don't feel guilty when people bring him up.
Hmm.
Because we had literally been talking just before he got grabbed about me clocking off duty, and he's like, oh, well, I took yesterday off. And then Velsing died. And I go up to the rooftop and I text Merrick saying I need a friend. And I go back downstairs and I just hear on the radio, Merrick Fly's friends are, they have Rosabelle Breyer. Merrick's dead. I froze. And I still think about that sometimes. Just like how I think about how maybe if I hadn't taken so long to get through my training phase, maybe I could have saved Wesley Arnold's life. Because I wouldn't have wasted precious time trying to call Tommy over for crit care. I could have just done it.
Yeah, I mean, I had a similar experience. I didn't waste time, but I had the experience of being a trainee and trying to save Evan Mitchell Shea's life. But like, yeah, if you made a little change, then things would have happened differently. But the thing about that way of thinking is you're not considering all of the little decisions that you made that possibly saved someone's life. Right? Because if you had clocked off duty and Merrick hadn't died that day, you would not have logged that decision as a really great decision that saved his life. It just would have been a thing that you did that you would have forgotten about by now.
Yeah.
So how many little things that you've forgotten about by now have you done that led to people living? There's probably a few. And if people were real angry at Merrick, then they probably would have just tried to get him the next day. That,
Yeah, but that wouldn't be on my conscience.
yeah.
Because I wouldn't have been one of the last people to talk to him before he got grabbed.
You can't get through life without having regrets. And it's not fair for you to blame yourself as opposed to the person who killed him.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just...
Making a decision like that where you're deciding to stay on duty for a bit or whatever like that, that's a perfectly fine decision.
Yeah, it's kind of wild to simultaneously blame yourself for 2 deaths, but by God, I do it every single fucking day.
I mean, I know you do it. You are one of the best at blaming yourself.
Okay, fuck you.
Maybe, well, okay, I said one of because I'm not sure. Do you think Kiki's better at you at doing it? I'm not sure. She might be. I don't know her as well, but you are really good at that. Like a superpower.
It's called caring too much.
Yeah, you can care just as much without blaming yourself, though. I mean, maybe it's just because I like to think in logic, where if I take an action and it's the right decision based on the information that I have at the time, then I'll eventually be able to let it go. Even if the result is something terrible, if I can say that with the same information that I had, that I think that that was a good decision, and while I'm ignoring all of the results of it, then it's a good decision. And at the time, you would have had no idea that someone was going after Merrick, and no idea that his life would change. It was just stay on duty or go hang out with a friend.
Go
There's
hang out with
nothing.
a bad decision.
Yeah, go hang out with a bad decision is right. Oh my gosh, the stuff that
Look,
he went through with Shirley, I hated that guy.
I was on my toxic Veronica bullshit.
Yeah, that switch got flipped where you're like, let me find the worst decisions.
Yeah, and you wanna know who pulled me out of that shit?
Who?
Easton fucking Staymates.
Easton? How? You know, I didn't always like him. He was a lot of energy and it made me a little bit uncomfortable, but he did have a way of pulling you out of a rut, and I appreciate that.
I miss him.
Yeah, me too. He would have had a field day with me quitting.
The last time I talked to Easton was a fight. He basically
Oh,
told me to get out
yeah.
of his life.
I remember that. That whole thing was icky.
I think Easton is always going to be one of those people in my life who... Our relationship is so fucking toxic.
Yeah.
But... I'm always going to care about him. I miss him. A lot.
Didn't you, like, consider dating him or something?
If the timing had been better. Well, that's the thing about what ifs.
Yep.
You can't live in them.
And it would have been very toxic.
It would have been toxic. It would have been bad.
Did you jump out of
You would have had
car, you
fun.
dipshit?
You would have had meltdowns and flashed out.
It would have
People would
burnt
have
out
gotten hurt.
eventually because
Yeah.
of the toxicity. But if there's one thing I know, it's that he cared.
Yeah.
He... Humpty Dumpty fell off the wall and Easton put her back together again. I'm not discounting what you and everyone else did. But Easton was in the thick of it. For a lot of it.
I've come to accept that I a lot of times don't have the skills to give you the help you need. You give me a little shit and I don't know how to deal with it.
He did what he had to do.
He did what he had to do.
He would rob me of my alcohol. He would pocket check me for drugs. He
Yeah.
refused to sell me coke. Also, I looked over my shoulder. There were two very drunk people stumbling into the clubhouse, so there's that.
Hmm.
And that's what I mean by, like, he's not letting me in.
Yeah.
But that's something to deal with later.
Yeah, if he doesn't let you in, there's not anything you can do about that.
I'm not used to being on the other side of this, Happy.
Do you see you naked?
No.
Yeah, he saw me fucking naked. He
It's
came
hard.
right in with my tits and pussy were out.
My God, man.
I didn't see anything.
Oh, you're saying she has nothing?
I closed my eyes.
You think I'm flat? My tits are huge. What the hell?
When you're burying yourself in a hole, just stop.
I don't know. I guess Easton's another person I can just add to the list of people that are always going to have Easton. What are you two doing?
Going swimming.
While drunk?
No better way to be.
Be careful, please.
Don't worry, I got him. I was a lifeguard.
We'll keep an eye on them.
Keep your head above water, Mason.
I'm not used to being on this side of it, Abby.
Yeah,
Is this how you guys all felt every time I was off getting drunk?
yes. I mean,
Just fucking
I'm-
helpless and
Yeah, pretty much. I want to soften it, but I can't really. It sucks, and I've just come to accept that I can't do anything about it. So then I go and try to live my best life and hope I don't get a call from the ICU.
As long as I see their heads above water, it's fine.
There's something out there.
It's a capsized boat.
Okay. Hello.
Don't tell me you're drunk too. I really don't want to fucking babysit a bunch of drunks right now.
But you probably also don't want to take your eyes off Mason.
No. I think I still see their heads bobbing out there. And, maybe we should have just gone up to the beach in Bolito.
Yeah, when people are acting out like this, there's not really
Yeah, they're
anything you can do. They're,
Uh-oh, my thought.
he'll talk to you when he's ready.
Never mind.
I've been bottling up a lot of stuff lately. 'Cause I know he's not in the space for it.
That can make you feel lonely.
Yeah.
When you have one person that you can talk to and they're going through something, so you don't feel like you can talk about it, and so then you're in a group of people and you have all this stuff that you want to talk about, but you can't talk about it, and you just feel all alone.
And like there's some stuff that's been on my mind that I can't talk to him about because I'd have to launch into like an hour-long conversation about everything leading up to that.
Mm-hmm.
I still haven't talked to him about Victoria.
Who?
You and I had this conversation a couple months ago.
We probably did, but remind
We
me.
were on a boat, and I was telling you about my friend Tori. The one that I had to...
All roof runs can be paid now. I'm sending the lifers 50 grand.
You know,
Yeah.
I still haven't told him about her.
Yeah, it's a heavy story.
She's a big reason why I'm here. You know. And I think you're the only person I've ever really talked to her about, or talked to about her. It's one of those things that I know I need to talk to him about eventually.
I think you and I are very similar in that we we get a lot of peace out of talking about our demons, but it takes a lot of trust.
Trust knowing the other person's ready to hear it. Because
Yeah.
it is a bad story.
Like, that's how we first really became friends, was us just opening up to each other about our traumas.
Her and her wife were the first like, healthy example of a relationship that I saw. Because I didn't really see much of that growing up.
Yeah.
Dad didn't date. My maternal grandparents were awful to each other. I didn't really have to see my paternal grandparents all that much.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
I just sent Alex the 50 grand from roof running today, and he was very happy about it.
Yay, that's so sweet.
He was very appreciative of it. So, yeah, everything can be paid now.
Okay, I'll archive all of the do not pays.
Thank you. I think I've been possessed by sleep paralysis demon. I can't run.
Oh no.
Your little leggies, oh no.
Yeah, man, I can't run.
Alright, they're coming back to shore. I kind of want to get out of here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna break my back more than one way.
Oh,
What's up, Happy?
Hello.
Congratulations on retirement.
Thank you.
You look so much happier now.
I am. You want to see my
He's
disguise?
free.
I have a disguise so that the police don't know who I am.
Please be what I think it is. Oh,
I have a.
What did you think it was gonna be?
He probably
I
thought
was
that
thinking
it
the
was
mic mask.
the
The Mike Block
the-
one?
Just the one. I had considered that. That just covers your eyes. Yeah. But no, there's no way they can tell who I am now because I'm wearing a mask. Never mind the fact that I'm the only person in this city with this particular configuration of anime protagonist hair.
Yeah. Drinking too? Everyone drinking?
No, I was
Oh.
sober.
Okay.
Extremely
I'm gonna
sober.
go try to stretch my legs out so I stop having fucking a demon take me over.
Alright. Oh god. This is not gonna be good for the conclusion.
What?
I almost tripped over the car.
Oh, don't do that. Where are we going?
I don't know. I just want to leave it
People are free in around like an hour. Try to go another room.
I love them, but my spoons are a little.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, Veronica,
Oh. Hello.
I need to speak to Mason.
Okay.
I do not have his number. you ask him if it's okay for you to give it to me.
Yeah. Call him and ask.
Thanks. It's for Mason's sake, okay?
Don't hurt him.
I would never in a million years even think of that.
Look. I don't know. I get it. You have beat MCs and shit, Phoenix.
I don't even remember what happened the other day.
I'm not just talking about what happened the other day. Talking about I know you read the text that I sent you.
Which my phone was
I-
taken from me. Which texts?
The one that's after what we
Oh.
and I still stand by what I said.
See. Well, right now I'm trying to make good by him, so
I would, assuming your conversation with him goes well, I would like to talk to you at some point.
okay, fair enough.
Because I think despite of what may or may not have happened, you're still
Yeah,
I would rather us not end up at each other's throats.
I agree.
I will
Well, this
give
is the
him a
first
call.
step. Thank you.
I'll give him a call. I will tell you he's not really. It's not
I don't
really-
expect him to be any which way,
In a
except for
state.
he should have the opportunity.
No,
so.
I mean he's not exactly in a sober state right now.
Oh, that's fine. I'm used to that version of him.
But I will give him a call and see if he is okay with talking to you tonight. At any rate, I will give him the number.
Okay.
Take care, I guess.
Yeah. Bye.
I need to be in my head for a minute.
Hello.
Hi. Is
Hi.
Mason?
Oh yeah, I think he's just in his head.
Okay.
I think he just abruptly went in his head. Yeah.
Okay. I need him to call me.
Okay, okay. I'll have him call you as soon as he's back.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
We're momentarily breaking the black bars. We're momentarily breaking the black bars. Just because like V is just like, she's just like, what the fuck, man? Out of, hold on, let me. He could have called Lane or Wade, but he chose Veronica. Also, yes, Uppy, whether paid actor. Anyway, back to the black bars. So that was Mason's friend Phoenix on the phone.
Uh-huh.
He wants to talk to him. I'm not going to stand in the way of that.
He wants to talk to Mason?
Yeah, and I know Mason said to me last night that he wants to talk to him. So. Do I think him doing it drunk is the best idea? No.
Oh. And, right, because something happened yesterday, but you couldn't talk about it because it's club stuff. Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, stuff's happened. I'd also like to have a conversation with Phoenix at some point. And
Probably not while you're confused.
maybe not while I'm confused, but he's important to Mason, regardless of anything that happened.
Yeah.
Mason's fucking hurt. But just because someone hurts you doesn't mean you stop caring about them.
Oh yeah, in fact, it seems like people most of the time continue to care, and it's really problematic.
Yeah, but it's also human.
Yeah. What if we all turn ourselves into androids? Then would things be better?
No emotions, only Android.
No emotions. Well, I've tried that already. Not great.
I don't miss angry at all. Thank you.
Yeah.
Angry scared me. I gotta take this. Hi.
Hi.
Do you want to talk to Phoenix?
Why?
He called me, asking if I could give him your number or give you his number. Said that he wants to talk.
He said that he wants to talk.
Yes. Yes, I think that's what he said. I'm not all here right now. I'm a little... I talked in my head earlier. It's fine. But I wasn't going to do anything without talking to you first. I was going to give him your number or send you his without talking to you first.
Just tell him to call me.
Alright, you want me to send him my son?
Yeah.
Alright.
All right.
Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Whether or not that was the right call, I don't know.
What happened?
No, just telling Mason that Phoenix wanted to talk to him. I don't know if that was the right call or not, but
I mean,
I think it would be wrong of me not to give him the choice.
yeah, I agree. The two people saying they want to talk and just passing on numbers.
Mason was like, he wants to talk to me. It's like, that's what it sounds like, but I can't fully remember because I am a little, I bonked my head earlier.
Yeah.
Is it bedtime for you?
Yeah, it's getting there.
Alright, drop me back in too much.
Okay.
that's how we're gonna end this short interlude.
Yeah, if you didn't pass on that message, then that just makes you look like a bad guy.
Back tomorrow. I figured I would go live for this conversation that Happy and me had. Because it was a good one. We go to... no, and it looks like our Gandalf is doing some cooking. Let's go over to her. Say hi to Gandalf. And we'll be back tomorrow.